What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Data Career Podcast. I'm your host, Avery Smith, and welcome to 2022. Can you guys believe it? We made it. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a happy new year to each and every one of you. New year, right? Very exciting times. I'm very excited. I love the start of a new year. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit today. What does 2022 mean for me? What does it mean for Data Career Jumpstart? And more importantly, what does it mean for you? That's the topic of today's podcast. So first, I want to start off by recommitting myself to you guys. Thank you so much if you're listening right now. If you're listening, thank you. I really appreciate each and every one of you. And it means a lot to me that you would take time out of your day to listen to my voice because you think I have something good to say. That is so humbling. And once again, I'm just so grateful for that. So thank you. In return, I'm going to be even more dedicated to you this year in 2022. I have a new podcast schedule coming out, okay? And I'm really going to stick with it. And what that means for you guys is I'm going to have a new episode in your feed every single Monday morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time. You can count on it. Money in the bank, okay? That is my commitment to you guys, is to have one new episode a week every Monday, 6 a.m. So you wake up from your weekend, you're ready to go to work on that commute. You can listen to whatever podcast, interview, whatever I'm doing. It'll be available that Monday morning at 6 a.m. Okay? That is my commitment to you guys. And I'm really excited about it. So hold me to it. If there's not a new episode on Monday, send me a message on Instagram, send me a message on LinkedIn. Say, Avery, where's the new podcast episode? And I'm going to stick to that schedule. That is my commitment for 2022. I want to make 52 different podcasts this year. So keep me to it, all right? Okay, let's hop into 2021. What a year, right? Like totally crazy. Almost as crazy as 2020. Oh, they're all blending together now. Another year with a ton of COVID stuff. Kind of sucky. Wish that would go away. But regardless, 2021 was a huge year for me. It was a really big growing year, a really big learning year, and I learned a heck of a lot. One of my favorite celebrities / inspirational speakers is a guy named Jesse Itzler. He's married to, I almost said Blake Lively, but not, but not Blake Lively. He's married to Sarah Blakely, who's the creator of Spanx. Very successful couple. They own part of the Atlanta Hawks. And Jesse is all about building a life resume. He doesn't really believe in traditional resumes. He believes in life resumes. And I really like that. I love the idea of, you put your experiences on a piece of paper and you're like, wow, I did do all these things. That's amazing. And so I was thinking, what would my 2021 resume look like? If I were to write everything I did this year, everything that was important to me, what would that be like? What would that resume actually look like? So I have some bullet points for you that I did this year. And I want to encourage you to think about what would be on your 2021 life resume. All right. What did you do this year that was impactful and meaningful to you? So the first thing on top of the list was I quit my job. I quit my corporate job in 2021. And that was a huge deal for me. I was very scared to become an entrepreneur. I was very drawn to it, but I was very worried about it. And so that was a huge thing in my life to all of a sudden, I'm in charge of making income. There's no one handing me a paycheck every week. And so that was a big thing. The second thing I did this year was start Snow Data Science, and I consulted with a lot of companies. And that was a lot of fun. Did a lot of really cool projects, helped a lot of businesses do automation, do analysis, do machine learning, do dashboards. I worked with people from all over the world, and man, did I learn a lot. Oh my gosh. I can't even tell you. Each one of the projects was something like brand new, and I feel like I learned so much each time I did it. So that was another big step for me this year. Another one is I ran 500 miles. And that might not seem like a lot, but that's more than like 1.1, 1.2 miles a day. And that was big for me. I'm not the biggest runner. I'm becoming a bigger runner. But that was huge for me to do that. That also led to 60,000 feet of elevation gain, which is basically if you took Mount Everest from sea level to the top, you did that twice. That's what I did in 2021. Really puts Everest into perspective, huh? But that was like climbing 11 different mountains to get the elevation. It was a lot of fun. I ran my first marathon. Who would have thought? I never would have thought I would have done my first marathon or any marathon, to be honest. I was not fast. Run is a very generous word, but I did it. I can put that down on my resume, my 2021 resume, that I ran a marathon, and I'm proud of it. You know, not that many people in their life run a marathon, and I did it. I bought or sold and then bought a house as well. Those were big landmark moments for me and my family. I interned with the Utah Jazz. That was this year. Can you freaking believe it? So it was great to work with the people at the Jazz and really fun. And I just thought it was really fascinating. And I love basketball, so that was a great experience. I graduated with my master's from Georgia Tech. Like, that was this year too. So now I have a graduate degree. I'm a master, I guess. I don't think that degree necessarily gives me a whole lot more than just my experience, but I'm really glad I have it, and I can always be on a resume. So that was one thing I did this year, and I'm really proud that I went to grad school. That's something that I didn't think I'd ever do in my life, and look, I did it. I spent 20 days with a youth group down in the Dominican Republic doing service. Man, we built this house. We helped build this house. It was kind of a whole summer long project, and sorry, not even a house. It's a school. It's a full on school. And we tore the old school down. We started to lay the foundation for this new one. And what a humbling experience. Something that I'll always hold in my heart, and something that I'll always, look back and be glad that I did. It was an amazing experience. And, I'll always remember the kids I was with, the people we served, the environment. Like, it was such a different thing for me. And gosh, I freaking loved it. It was so much fun. And then lastly, I launched Data Career Jumpstart, which is now this passion project of teaching people about data throughout the world. Started the podcast, been making courses, been pushing out a lot of content, and it's been so much fun. I love doing Data Career Jumpstart. It's awesome. So that brings me to you guys. What was on your 2021 bucket list? What did you do? What was your resume? And what are you going to do next year? When you look back on 2022 and you're going to record a podcast, you're going to talk to me and you're going to say, what did I do this year? Write those things down now. Let's do them. Let's get them on a piece of paper. Which brings me to 2022. New year, new you, right? You hear that cliche all the time. It's a little cheesy, right? But I actually love it. I love new year, new you. I really love the idea of fresh starts, restarting, starting over. And my question to you is, what's the new you? What is going to be different about 2022 you? What is your goal? You need to have goals that you need to set now, that you need to remind yourself, 3 months in, okay, that was my goal. 6 months in, that was my goal. And not only do you need to have, goals that are outcome oriented, but all of those goals need to have subtasks, right? So you might have a goal, I want to lose 25 pounds. That's what I want to do. I want to lose 25 pounds. And that's a great goal. It's objective oriented. Object oriented is a programming term. But I really need to break it down to daily tasks to achieve that goal. So I'm going to try to work out every day for 45 minutes. I'm going to try to avoid sugar. I'm going to, run 600 miles this year and bike 600 miles this year. You have the big goal and then you have the sub goals. That's what I've been trying to do, is set these kind of sub goals so I can achieve my bigger goals this year. And I encourage you guys to do the same. And do so in your career. Take a little self-audit right now. Think, where am I at in my career? Do I like where I'm at? Do I like going to work? Do I like my job? Do I like my I almost call them teammates, but they are teammates, my coworkers, my peers? Are you bored? Does your boss listen to you? Do you want to break into tech? Think about those things. And if any of those are true, you need to break those up into sub-tasks. You can't just say, I want to transfer my career to data. Well, that's awesome. That's a great goal. But what are the sub-tasks, the sub-goals that are going to take you to that big goal ultimately in the end? And I love that. What habits are you going to form that's going to allow your life to transform? And that's why I'm really excited with this new program that I'm starting in January called 21 Days to Data. The idea is you're going to form habits that help you learn and apply data. It's 21 days straight in a row, so very intensive, but 21 days is the number of days you need to form a habit. And so the whole point of this challenge is to get you to form a habit of learning and applying data. It's going to be like 15-minute lessons, 15-minute mission, 15-minute share. So it's about 45 minutes a night. Honestly, it'll probably be less. It's probably more on the range of 30 minutes a night. And I'm so excited for it. I think so many people are going to, honestly get the ball rolling and start changing their lives with this challenge, because everyone wants that big goal. I want to be a data scientist. I want to be a data analyst. I hate being a teacher. I hate being an engineer. I'm not having any fun at work. I want to get paid more. But you need to break that up into sub goals. And so one of the best ways is to just do a little bit every single day, right? And that's what this 21 days to data challenge is supposed to be, is you're going to learn a little bit about data every day and do a little bit about data every day. And the combination of that is going to make you, form this habit that's going to transform your career and transform your life. Data's been such a catalyst for me to be able to work remotely, to earn more, and to actually just enjoy what I like doing in my life. And I want to share that with others. So this 21 days to data challenge, it's going to start January 10th in 2022. It's going to be super low cost. I'm trying to make it as inclusive as I possibly can. It's $50. What that gets you is 21 challenges, 21 shares, 21 lessons. Out of the 21 lessons, about half, a little less than half, are going to be live. So you'll have face-to-face contact with me. And the rest of them will be video recordings. And you're going to meet like-minded peers. You're going to network. You're going to meet people that maybe are, could be your coworkers that could help, find you a job eventually. The network's going to be really awesome. And I'm just really excited for the program. I think there's quite a bit of potential to just, it's a great start to 2022. So that's what's been on my mind recently. I'm really excited about it. I'm really excited for 2022. I'm going to have the link to the 21 days to data challenge down below in the show notes. So please, if you're thinking about, transforming into data, or you really want to make a big leap in the tech space this year, please consider just looking at it. Just take a look at it and see, oh, is this for me? I think it can really make a big difference in a lot of people's lives. And I'm really excited about it. But once again, thank you so much for listening. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And I'm committed. 52 podcasts this year. I think we hit 33 last year. But it was off a very, very unbalanced, uneven schedule. And so I think I've got a schedule where I'm going to post once a week. I think that's sustainable for me and what I want to do. And I think it actually helps you guys consume the content on a, scheduled basis. So Monday mornings, baby, put me in your calendar. Listen to the Data Career Podcast. If you're not already subscribed to this podcast, please subscribe wherever you are. Spotify just came out with a new subscribe button, I think, as well as reviews. So if you're listening on Spotify, I would appreciate a review and a follow or a subscribe. And hey, if you're anywhere else, I would also appreciate it. It really helps the podcast, and it helps more people find this free resource, which they can use to hopefully improve their life. So I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for listening. And I will be back in a week from today. I will be back January 10th with a new podcast. So definitely stay tuned. Appreciate all of you, and talk later. Happy New Year.